On the broadest level, the Stark children talk about who George R.R. Martin says they should talk about, and in some cases, the answer is as simple as he wrote the conversations that popped to mind. And what caused those conversations to pop? Everything he's ever internalized, including a whole lot of patriarchal culture. But there is a thematic explanation that weaves into the tragedy of Cat. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and also click on the notification bell to remain updated. Catelyn is, of course, the mother of the story. More so than any other character, we see in Cat a mind far more concerned with her children than she is concerned with anything else. And Cat's ending is the Lady Stoneheart afterlife, where she is a horror focused entirely on hurting others who we may feel deserve it, but still, that's what she's focused on. There's a sour mother trope in our society wherein the mother is the taskmaster and the father gets to be the above-the-fray warm-hearted authority figure. It's not the only trope, and plenty portray the mother as a noble martyr while vilifying the father, but Cat's very much portrayed as a sour, on-edge mother. And if that's what your mother is, then she might not be the one your mind turns to in times of trouble. She might instead be someone you imagine telling you all the ways whatever happened is your fault. So the grand tragedy of Cat is that all of her efforts to do everything to prepare her children for the world has left monstrous and forgotten by those children. The more I think about her arc, the more heart-wrenching it is to me. First, I'm going to assume that the question concerns the TV show, because the children have not yet been reunited in a soif. Aside from the fact that GRRM wrote his story based on the patrilineal culture and history of medieval England, there are a few obvious reasons why the children would not talk about Catelyn, based on their own perspectives. Bran, he is paralyzed and left behind with his mother and brother when Ned goes to King's Landing. He might miss his father or be angry about being left behind, but at 10 years old, he is probably closer to his mother. When Catelyn went to King's Landing to see Ned, Bran is far more angry at his mother for abandoning him. He has a vision that his father is dead, goes to the family crypt and meets Rickon, who had the same vision. He feels grief about losing Ned. As a child, he would believe his mother abandoned him because she cared more about her daughters than him. Any future contact with his other siblings would have brought up that early trauma and resentment toward his sisters. When he finally sees his sister again, he's the three-eyed raven and seems to have no emotions left, so he would have no reason to speak of his lost parents. Arya, she is the rare girl of that time period to reject the traditional roles of women. Her dream is to be a great fighter, and Ned allows her the freedom to find her own path by giving her sword fighting lessons from Syrio Farrell. She also witnesses Ned's execution and sees Sansa up on the platform with Joffrey. Arya is traumatized by the grief of losing her father. From that point forward, her life's focus becomes fighting and vengeance. There is no place in her heart for sadness. In Arya's travels with the Hound, they go to the Twins and see the massacre in progress, but she can't know for sure if her mother is dead. If she had any feelings about her mother, her quest for vengeance over the Red Wedding is fulfilled when she kills the entire Frey family. Her new focus is on killing Cersei, who is the last person she blames for the death of her father. She heads toward King's Landing to complete her quest, but changes direction and heads to Winterfell to see her family. The only scene in which she shows emotion is when she meets Sansa in the family tombs. They talk about how the statue of Ned doesn't look like him and make the observation that anyone who knew what he looked like, besides them, is dead. Arya still has mixed emotions about Sansa's part in Ned's death that are only removed by the scene where they come together to accuse, judge and execute Littlefinger. Again, there is no place in Arya's heart for anything but vengeance against those people who betrayed her father. Sansa, while she was probably closer to her mother than her father, there are a few reasons why Sansa would miss her father more than her mother. Sansa betrayed her father 3 times in the story. She lied about not remembering what happened between Joffrey and Arya. She told Cersei about Ned's plan to send the girls back to Winterfell, which signaled to Cersei that Ned would not make a deal. And she was manipulated by Cersei into convincing her father to falsely confess to being a traitor and supporting Joffrey's claim to the throne. As Sansa matured, she had to feel terrible guilt over the mistakes she made and how it led to her father's imprisonment and execution. It doesn't matter if Joffrey changed the deal that would send Ned to the wall, Sansa played a huge part in changing the course of her father's life and history of the Seven Kingdoms. Speaking to Bran and learning about Littlefinger's betrayal of Ned, she might have also learned that her mother blind faith in Littlefinger. Even if Catelyn was an unwitting actor in Littlefinger's web of lies, that would make Sansa less likely to have positive feelings toward Mother. Jon, from the moment of his birth, he was despised his entire life by Catelyn, for no fault of his own. It's hard to believe he could have many positive feelings toward her. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.